Well, welcome to, I don't really know, getting weird with me. My name is Pat. I'm a dad, and once or twice a year, I like to go into the woods for a couple days and not be dad, not be somebody's husband or somebody's coworker or really anybody to anybody. So this is where I'm at, Swartswood State Park in Swartswood, New Jersey. I've never been here before. Obviously, this is the first camping day of the season. It's April 1st, 2022. And I am alone, which is exactly what I wanted. I just got here and I couldn't be happier about it. So that being said, I'm going to get set up and we'll check back in. All right, so we're a little bit more set up now. Anywhere you go, you got to plant your flag. So this is my tent. Now, a while back, my wife was in a bunch of these weird Amazon groups that would like give really deep discounts due to errors in like shipping codes or something. So this tent showed up at my house probably like a year ago, maybe even more. I never heard of it before. I looked it up, I couldn't find anything about it. It's called a Golden Shark Compact 3. And I decided to take it on this trip. And it's a weird way to set up. I've never set up a tent that the rain fly is the structural part, and then you have to clip the inside part too. But it has this cool spot here in the front that's like, it's almost like a little room off the front. So let's try and get, it's got these really nice seams on it, but opens up like this into this pretty nice tent. It says sleeps 4 people, but there's no way. This is like a 2 adult long way type deal, but I think it's pretty cool. I'm happy with it. Came with no instructions, so I might have ended up doing it wrong, but who knows. But yeah, so that's the deal, and pretty cool so far. Anyway, let me get this thing loaded up. Good morning. Day 2. Cooking up some bacon. I got a little bacon and egg sandwich going here. First night impressions were it was cold, pretty cold. I stayed pretty warm with my Mr. Buddy propane heater, which is pretty cool. My buddy Jake stopped by yesterday and decided to stay the night, and he was very unprepared for the 30-degree weather with the wind, so he was pretty cold, but he was good to go. He set up a little tent for himself and worked out well. So today we're probably gonna do a little exploring around here, but that's it for now. Pretty nice day. It's supposed to rain tomorrow, so I'm gonna have to do some preparation for that later. But right now I'm just gonna eat. So according to the weather, this is going to be probably the only nice day that I have here, so I'm trying to take advantage of it. I noticed this little trail behind my campsite, so I'm taking it, and it's pretty well maintained. It's pretty nice, but there are these pretty cool rock formations here that are big, man. They're pretty big. They're cool. So I got to get back to the site pretty soon and start setting up a big tarp, because according to weather.com, rain's going to come in around 3 a.m. and really not stop for most of the day tomorrow. So last year my solo trip got cut short. I had to come home because of the same reason. It was raining like hell. And I'm determined not to do that this time. So I have a much newer tent and a nice tarp. So hopefully we won't have to do that. Alright, well, I'm getting ready for the rain tomorrow. So I brought an 11 by 15 tarp with me, and I really tried to make like one of those fancy tarp shelters that look all square and good and tight, but I tried my best. It's all staked down around the back here, a bunch of sticks I drove into the ground, and then I got it tied off here at a couple points to keep the front tight, because it already had a wind come through and it almost took off like a sail. So probably can't really see that, but I got that off to 2 different trees. I got one over there, and my main concern here was water pooling right here and coming off. But if this stays pretty nice and tight, it should just come off right here and then hit this weird little like sunroom part. That part's not actually part of the tent. The tent is basically like a traditional dome tent, but I don't know. And I left a spot here for firewood that I'm going to try and forage here, or forage I should say, pretty soon. But that's what I did. So just hanging out right now. Not too bad. So it's afternoon on day 2, and it's probably about 4 o'clock or so, and I'm starting to get this fire going again. I let it burn down earlier this morning, probably around 10 o'clock or so. I made breakfast and all that. And just a little tip for you. I've been pouring lantern fuel on this the whole time to get it going. I'm not a bush guy. So I'd rather not waste that, because it's like 12 bucks a gallon. So if you're ever in a pinch and you have some Doritos, like I have, or some corn chips or Fritos or something like that, they burn really well. And I put a handful of Doritos at the bottom of that and lit them up, and seems to be going pretty good so far. So, you know. All right, day 2, sun going down. I got dinner ready. I got some of these beans, jalapeno beans, that I've had for a long time. I apparently forgot the sour cream, so I got a cheesy baked potato and some steaks. Obviously I won't eat all these, but you come in a pack of 3. I'm gonna make 3 because I'm out in the woods. So I'm gonna eat this and enjoy this view. Rain's coming. Good morning. Day 3. It's about 8:30 in the morning. I probably woke up about an hour and a half ago or so. Started raining around 6 o'clock. So far so good. So this is going to be my view for the day, or at least until the rain stops, because the weather forecast is saying It's gonna stop around noon, so we'll see. I got dry firewood in the truck, so hopefully we'll be able to get something going later. But for right now, I got a book, my phone's charged, and that's what we're doing. Well, day 3, it's about 3:30, I think, almost 4 o'clock. The rain stopped around noon, and I did some stuff out here in the site. I was waiting for it to dry out, but the rain started back up again about a half an hour ago. I had my car running, charging my Jackery, and according to the radar, it should only last like an hour or two, so I'm just kind of hanging out, charging some stuff up. I made some food earlier, but I'm thankful that I have dry firewood so I can cook some food tonight. But tonight will probably be a continuation of this morning, where I laid in my bed and hung out in my tent and stayed dry, and really was pretty fantastic, so I won't lie about that. It was really not nearly as bad as it sounds. So yeah, that's where we're at right now. This whole place is empty. I drove around a little while ago, and I am the only person dumb enough to be here camping on a Sunday, but I'm determined to make it through, and I'll be just fine. The sky's pretty bright over there, so maybe it'll be even shorter than I thought. So this tarp saved my life last night into this morning. It really is bone dry under there, so I'm pretty happy with that. Well, the sun has finally decided to make its first appearance of the night, and pretty much perfect just as sunset. Starting to get a little fire going. I have a little tiny amount of dry firewood, so I tried to conserve it as much as possible. I got it down to coals right now to cook some food, and then I'm gonna have a little fire and then get in bed, because I don't know why, but I'm tired. So yeah, that's where we're at right now. Just enjoying this sunset. Back to reality tomorrow. It's always a bummer. Good morning. Day 4. It's over. Spent the morning cleaning up, breaking everything down. After probably the best night of sleep that I've had the entire time. I kept my tent heater going the entire night because it was in the high 20s, and I slept like a baby. So that's it. Back to reality, back to the world, back to everything. So I don't know if I'm gonna make this a regular thing. I only do this once a year or so, but you know, who knows. But I just want to say, if you made it this far, I appreciate you watching, and until next year, plant your flag, don't ever be afraid to get weird, and spend some more time in the woods. You'll definitely thank yourself.